Welcome to the serene wilderness of Quebec Run Wild Area, a hidden gem tucked away in western Pennsylvania. This special place is part of the state's network of wild areas, designated zones that remain untamed and unspoiled, offering a glimpse of nature at its purest. Pennsylvania is home to just 16 of these unique areas, each set aside to protect the natural beauty and provide a rugged escape for adventurers like us. Covering over 7,400 acres, Quebec Run Wild Area was officially designated in 1972 and is known for its pristine trails, cascading streams, and the feeling of complete solitude it offers. What makes wild areas so extraordinary is their commitment to minimal human impact. No roads, no modern infrastructure, just the untamed wilderness waiting to be explored. In this 2-day, 1-night adventure, I'll be joined by none other than Day Hike Dave and Too Much Gear Guy as we document everything this wild area has to offer. We'll be camping creekside, right next to the soothing sounds of Quebec Run itself, and along the way, we'll uncover fascinating history, including a long-forgotten mill foundation hidden deep in the woods. So, lace up your boots, pack your gear, and let's dive into the heart of one of Pennsylvania's most untouched landscapes. This is going to be quite the adventure, so, as always, enough talking, let's get to hiking. Well, good morning and welcome to beautiful Fayette County. I am just a stone's throw away from the West Virginia border, and as you've probably already seen, I'm here at the Quebec Run Wild Area for a very special episode. So there are only about a handful of these wild areas scattered on throughout the Commonwealth, and I'm going to be exploring this one for a one-night adventure. We're going to be doing a little backpacking. So I'm going to take you up to the sign here and show you what we're going to be doing. It's a little after 7 a.m. and we just have perfect conditions. It's in the 60s right now, believe it or not, in August. You can even see a windmill on through the trees there, and you can probably hear it as well. So just behind me here is the start of the trail, as you can see, and they have a nice little map here that I'll show you what we're going to be doing. So I'm parked here at the T-Bolt lot. We are going to be hiking along the Hess Trail for about maybe a mile and a half. We'll catch the Rankin Trail and follow along the Quebec Run that this area is named after, follow down to the Mill Run Trail, and then tomorrow we'll hike on out. But this whole section along the trail here supposedly has some really nice developed camping sites with fire rings and even some rock chairs. So that's what we're gonna be looking for. Camp here tonight, hike out tomorrow, and you probably notice I keep saying we. I'm gonna be joined by another YouTuber, good friend Day Hike Dave is gonna be joining us, and potentially we might even have a third that is gonna arrive here a little bit later. So we'll see if he shows up. But yeah, it's gonna be a good day. I'm gonna wait for Dave, get the bag on, and we're gonna get hiking. So yeah, I'm really excited. It's the first backpacking trip in a wild area I've ever done, so let's get it.
So you told him to came from about here, or?
I told him to meet us on the Mill Run Trail, so.
Pat's on ready to go here. And there's a nice map right here.
Well, we got the bags on. Dave has arrived, and we are ready for an eventful day here out on the trail. How you feeling?
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready. Long drive, but I'm ready.
We just looked at the map, and it looks like we're going to be descending pretty much all day, which is a good thing. But like Dave said, that just means one thing, right?
Yeah, uphill all day tomorrow.
And Dave's a little worried that I'm going to bring the rain with us, but hey, maybe it'll hold off. But yeah, we're going to hit the trail here. I think we're going to hike along the Hess Trail for maybe a mile and a half. So we'll show you any sights along the way. So. Well, I think the All Trails app might have been a little wrong. We have just been ascending rather than descending so far. You can see the windmill off through the trees there. We came through that nice little patch of hardwoods with all the black cherry, meandered our way through a nice little rhododendron tunnel, and as we kind of level out on this top of this plateau here, surrounded by some mountain laurel now. So I did want to touch upon what makes this area so unique. Like I said, there are only a handful of wild areas in Pennsylvania, and hopefully the intro kind of cleared things up for you and made you understand what exactly is a wild area. This is also the largest swath of land here in western Pennsylvania that does not have a road going through it. So pretty interesting stuff. Black bear, timber rattlesnakes, all call this area home. So who knows, we might run into some wildlife today. But yeah, looks like we are flattening out here, and we will probably start descending on down to the Rankin Trail here within probably a mile. So far so good, having fun out here. As you can see, this section of trail is pretty remarkable. Got all the wood fern taking over the understory. It does look like we are gonna start to descend now. The trail has been really well marked. We're following along the red blazes, and already pulled 2 ticks off me. So you're gonna have to be mindful of that. If maybe you're curious about my backpack setup, I weighed it last night. We're a little under 20 pounds without water. So didn't really overpack, didn't really bring anything too crazy. I do have a bag of dough in my bag though. Excited to try that out later. And yeah. Still heading on through this pretty awesome rhododendron tunnel, and I figured I would talk to you a little bit about this trail, some interesting history. We'll talk a little bit more about some of the history when we get back down to the campsite, but one of the more interesting things that I've seen is this area is apparently a hotbed for folks that come out and look for hidden Confederate gold. Supposedly there are some excavation sites that you can see along the Hess Trail. Maybe this is one of them here, but legend has it that some Confederate deserters ran out into these woods and stashed away some highly valuable gold somewhere in the hills here in the Laurel Highlands. So hey, maybe Dave and I will leave here a little bit richer. I doubt it, but kind of a cool, interesting story. So I'm going to keep my eyes out for some of those excavation sites. If you follow some of the other stories about Confederate gold, you probably hear about like the FBI showing up in the middle of the night trying to find or unearth some of these sites. Who knows? It could be literally right in front of us right now. But yeah, I figured I would enlighten you on that a little bit. Well, if you are getting tired of me talking about ferns, I do apologize, but this area definitely has a pretty unique, magical feel to it as we hike among these pretty tall maple trees in front of me here. and a little bit more information on the area. From what I gathered, there are some pockets of old growth forest, some old hemlocks, but most of this forest here in Forbes State Forest was heavily logged, like most of Pennsylvania. And the last time I logged it was during World War II. So we might get lucky and stumble upon some of those old hemlocks the deeper we get into this gorge here. But yeah, this is just phenomenal. I would almost make this a purple lizard on the map. That's another thing. We do have our purple lizards with us, and where we're going to be camping tonight, there's a purple lizard on the map. So I'm not sure if that symbolizes the camping areas down there, or maybe the old grist mill that we're going to try and find. So yeah, what a day. All right, well, we have nearly bottomed out here. You can see Dave going around the corner. At another intersection, the Brocker Trail goes to the right, and we are going to continue on the Hesh Trail. But another point I wanted to make for this video is if maybe you're watching this and you're thinking about going backpacking, maybe it seems a little overwhelming, maybe you're a little afraid to go out and do this, I just have to say don't. You might see other people hike the AT or dolly sods like we just did, crossing streams and climbing these giant mountains, but there are just so many options out there, especially here in Pennsylvania. The whole premise of this trip is just to have a nice, easy, relaxing experience. So Dave and I are, like I said, we're going to do about 4 to 5 miles. We might get at camp by 1 p.m. today, and we just are looking forward to getting down creekside and just relaxing. So yeah, you don't have to, you know, kill yourself climbing up mountains, crossing streams, and doing 20 miles a day. Don't, you know, let that overwhelm you. So backpacking is for everybody. It could be very easy or it could be very difficult. It's all about the adventure that you want to do. So yeah, let's get going. Well, after a few more crossings of Quebec Run, we have arrived here at the last trail junction of the day. We are here at Mill Run. Dave has gone ahead to scout out and try to find a nice little campsite. But yeah, went through some awesome hardwoods, some old hemlocks, and now I think we're just going to meander our way down along Quebec Run. So that brings up the next point for this video. I need your help out there. I need you all to comment and tell me your opinion. So as you know, whenever I do these backpacking trips, I usually do day-to-day vlogs each and every week. So would you guys rather see long form videos? I'm talking like an hour long, or do you like these little bite-sized videos that I do that are 20 to 25 minutes long, just kind of showcasing each and every day? Or would you rather see the whole, you know, backpacking adventure in one long video? Personally, I like doing the smaller 20-minute videos, but I'm curious, what do you folks want to see out there? So leave me a comment. Tell me if you want to see the whole thing in one video or you prefer what I do now. So thank you. And I appreciate all you. Thank you for coming out and checking out yet another episode of Maxim Outdoors. So yeah, I'm having a blast out here. Good company. We're gonna have some good food and just enjoying life. So thank you to everybody, whether you like the channel, subscribe, leave me a comment, whatever. So yeah, let's keep going. It'd be cool to see with more flow than this.
Yeah.
All right, well, this area is just chock full of awesome camping opportunities. There are fire pits, rock chairs, pretty much everywhere you look. And off to my left here, check this out. I think me and Dave are pretty much set on this. This looks amazing. We're gonna have our own private island.
Yep.
Yeah.
Billigan's Island.
Billigan's Island. Yeah, that's really, I don't think we're gonna find something better than that. And they even have like a table. See the rock setup table over there? It's interesting. But yeah, you good with this?
Yeah, I'm just looking around. Looks safe enough.
Yeah.
I don't see any dead trees that'll fall on it. Looks like home.
You got enough chairs for everybody?
Yeah. Very nice.
Close for the night. Good thing I brought a hoodie, huh? All right, well, camp is all set up. Got the old Kelty late start right along the banks of Quebec Run. I got a new sleeping pad, a new Nemo, as well as my old sleeping bag. So probably not going to show you too much of that. You guys have probably seen it enough. But I did promise you, and I did promise Dave, I got a little surprise for him in this video. So as you can see, his camp's pretty set up. But like I said, I got a new surprise for you. It's not as cool as the Dolly Sods patch, but here you go. Bringing back memories.
I could use that about a mile ago on the trail.
Yeah. So that's what got us through Dolly Sods. A little inside joke between Dave, Walter, Ryan, and Rachel. But yeah,
very cool.
Team Airhead.
One of the most satisfying things is camping.
Very simple.
How long have you had your sleeves shoulder?
I think I got it actually for Dolly Sods, I want to say.
Well, I thought that'd be good just because it's too camp.
Took a little stroll, just hanging out here right along Quebec Run, watching little minnows and crayfish swim around. Just a stone's throw away from camp off in the distance. You see Dave and our little island. And as you probably already guessed, it's raining. Should have known better. But yeah, we're still waiting for our third person to arrive. There is no cell service here. That's another point I meant to bring up earlier. So I can't communicate. Hopefully he doesn't miss us. There's a good chance he might. But yeah, we're thinking he'll be able to find us. The trail is literally right here, so we should be able to see anybody coming through. But yeah, could you ask for a better day than this? It's like in the 70s right now, a little drizzle, hanging out along the creek. We got our own island. I think we're gonna get a fire going here within an hour or two, make a little dinner, we'll make the bread, and that'll be the end of day one. This is Quebec Run Wild Area. Pretty darn awesome. It is a little after 4 p.m. now. We kind of get these little spurts of rain every couple minutes. It rains, it stops, it rains, it stops. But starting to get hungry, so I think Dave and I are gonna whip up a little dinner. As you can see, the bread is looking pretty good. It's starting to rise for sure. For dinner, I have one of these Peak Refuels, a chicken Alfredo pasta. I've never had this one before. I'm gonna give it a shot. But yeah, not every day you get to go backpacking and have a table. So I think we're gonna whip up some dinner here and wait on hopefully our third guest to show up here. Hopefully he makes it.
Top wrong.
Nice. Yeah, that's honestly pretty darn good. A little bit of cheese in there, chicken. There you go. Have a bite. All right. Gets 2 thumbs up for me. All right, look who decided to show up. Our third and final guest. Jaison from Too Much Gear Guys here.
Nice.
Sweet. Damn. All right, well, we got the whole crew here. Dave got a nice little wrap going on. Jason's looking for a spot to hang up the hammock. And I think we're gonna get the fire going here soon. So yeah, good time, good company, good food. So we'll see you once we get the fire going here. Well, Jaison just showed up and we are going to leave him. So Dave and I are going to cross the creek here. There is another trail, I believe it's called like the Grist Mill Trail, that follows parallel on the other side there. And we're kind of keeping our eyes out for old foundation, an old mill foundation. So maybe we'll get lucky, maybe not. But the plan is to follow the creek. There's a bridge that we crossed earlier. Well, we didn't cross it, but we seen it. Cross back over and then kind of just do a nice little short loop. But yeah, come along with us. Hopefully we find the old foundation. Well, we are on the opposite side of camp right now, on the other side of Quebec Run, and I heard Dave yell off in the distance. I was kind of following along creekside, and Dave came up onto the opposite parallel trail from camp. And check this out. Dave's already up exploring around here, but this looks to be like it is the foundation of the old mill that we're guessing. And from the looks of it, I would say this was a pretty small operation. You can see the other wall off in the distance there. But yeah, I mean, I talk a lot about the history of Pennsylvania here. And this area, no different, was heavily deforested. They probably built this mill back in the 1800s, floated logs on down the river, down to the Monongahela, that would eventually float on down to the Ohio River, helping build, you know, the infrastructure that created the country that we live in today. But yeah, this is really cool find here. The old mill. Yeah.
It almost looks like it's the channel.
Well, Dave brought up a good point. So this is the Grist Mill Trail. So maybe this doesn't actually have anything to do with the lumber industry, but just up here, you can see this channel kind of dug through here. So I'm thinking maybe there was a spring or they rediverted a creek through here. This would have ran right through where I'm standing right now, dropped down to where we thought the mill race was. And then that hole that we looked at from down below, that would have been where a wheel would have sat. And that water coming down would have turned the wheel. It would have been sitting parallel basically with this wall. You can even see a little opening in the block wall down there that a bolt or a pin would have been through. And then, like Dave said, there probably would have been you know, some mechanisms in here that were turning due to the water spinning the wheel, and then they were producing probably cornmeal and whatever else the grist mills were producing back in the 1800s. So yeah, I think we
That's a pretty good guess.
it sounds like a good guess, so
Yeah.
but definitely a cool find. So yeah, good eyes, Dave.
Very neat. Oh yeah.
Maybe.
That's how I started hiking.
So I think Master Chef Bill, Baker Bill.
Welcome to Maxim Kitchen here. You try some bread baked over the fire. It's got a little char to it, but
There you go. You're right. Nice. Ow, 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 ow.
well, guys, what's the verdict?
I think that's good.
Not bad.
Nice, easy, simple campfire meal, right?
That's part right here.
Yeah. You're going pretty crazy.
Like I said, I've been a lot of places with a lot of owls, but this is probably the best.
Yeah, when was the last one? April? Well, no rain yet, but I got pretty much everything packed up, ready to roll. I will show you the plan for today. I got the map over on this awesome table. So we're camped here along the Mill Run Trail, probably right in this area. We're gonna head on south, link up with this trail. Looks like we're gonna cross a road and then either hike out the Brocker Trail back to the T-Bolt lot or the T-Bolt Trail, which looks a little bit more scenic. It looks like you follow along T-Bolt Run the whole way and then back to the parking area. But yeah, we're pretty much all packed up. So yeah, this is probably gonna be the last view of camp. We're gonna hit the trail. I believe Jason's gonna head out. He's gonna head the opposite way. So if you can, check out his channel. This might be the last time you see him in this video. So yeah, check him out. He's gonna go check out how high up out today. He drove 5 hours from Philly to come hang out with us in the middle of the woods. So
That's awesome.
that's a
Yeah, thank you for the invite.
yeah, man, appreciate it. And then Dave and I are gonna continue up the trail. We're gonna kind of feel it out. If it rains, we're gonna take a shortcut. If not, then we're gonna do the whole T-Bolt Trail. But yeah, ready to roll. Everybody's packing up and we'll see you on the trail.
Jason, too much gear, guy.
We'll miss you. Well, we are continuing on into what I'm calling the Pennsylvania rainforest, just surrounded by these awesome ferns, vibrant mosses, towering trees. It's hot, it's humid. I feel like I'm in South America somewhere. The sun is starting to rise above the hills here in the Laurel Highlands. And I just want to say, check this area out if you're ever in Western Pennsylvania. This is the true definition of a hidden gem. So I also have one other thing I want to talk to you guys about, a little channel update, since we haven't done one of those in a while. So yeah, let's get to that. As you can hear, the rain has moved in. We are probably a solid mile into the trail right now, but as promised, a little channel update. I haven't done one of these in a while. So recently we have just hit a major milestone. We have just passed the 20,000 subscriber mark. Just insane to me that 20,000 of you out there have gone and hit that subscribe button. We have enough people following the channel to fill a hockey arena right now. How crazy is that? And I just wanted to say thank you to everyone out there that took, 1 second to hit that button or hit that like button for watching the videos. Thank you for tuning in each and every week. The channel is growing, it's snowballing, it gets bigger and bigger every day. And I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that subscribed, hits that like button, leaves me comments. I love reading the comments. I respond to each and every one of them. And yeah, we're only gonna get bigger from here. And I got a lot of amazing adventures coming up here that I'm going to be telling you about in just a second. So officially the road to 30,000 subscribers starts now, and the second part of my channel update is, unfortunately for a lot of you Pennsylvania viewers, this is going to be the last Pennsylvania adventure that I'll be having on the channel for probably 2 months. So if you follow along, you would know that I am getting married in September. It's currently August right now, and I have gone ahead, rented a van, and we're going to be doing a cross-country road trip through probably 10 plus states and hiking all throughout the country. So if you're interested in that, you're going to really enjoy the channel. Or if you're very invested in my Pennsylvania adventures, you might be a little upset with me. But I promise, all the state parks, the national parks as well, that I'm going to be visiting over the next 2 months, you guys are going to love them. So stay tuned for that. And for whatever reason, if you aren't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a beat. So yeah, this trail just keeps getting better and better. We are going to be hiking on through a rhododendron tunnel here, it looks like, and Dave got a little head start on me, so let's catch up.
Make sure I get all my pit are sitting down. Keys, wallets.
Yeah, you don't want to lose those.
I'll probably put out that hike I just did. Silent Hill.
There's a nice buck right in front of me right there. Wow, look at the size of that guy. He's like an 8-point. Holy crap. That might have been one of the bigger bucks I've ever seen. still along the T-bolt trail, and as you can see, we are back amongst the ferns and rhododendron and moss. No more big hardwood trees as we traverse along T-bolt Run. And kind of just a word of advice, maybe you're planning to come out here and you're watching this video to get a little advice, but I will say this, here in the later months of the summer, here in August, this stream off to my left is bone dry. So if you're counting on coming out here and maybe filling up water, or even think about maybe coming out here and camping along the stream, right now there's literally zero water. So keep that in mind. Hopefully that helps somebody out there. And maybe if you're curious about my bag, I weighed in just under 20 pounds without water, so pretty light. I'm feeling good. Probably the most comfortable I've felt backpacking in a long time. But every trip you learn a thing or two and you get better and better, and before you know it, you're hiking the AT. So yeah, it's a learning experience. You're not gonna go out for your first time and honestly feel comfortable or not feel sore after. So don't let that scare you. Alrighty folks, well, we have made it to the final leg of our adventure on through the Quebec Run Wild Area, and I just wanted to touch upon the subject that kind of made me come out to this area. It all has to do with backpacking, and just, you know, I think there are a lot of folks out there that watch these YouTube videos, see social media posts of folks out there hiking, you know, the AT, the PCT, or even some local backpacking trails doing 20 to 30 miles a day, and in their mind they might think, okay, that's backpacking, but I don't think I could do it. So I just want to say, you don't have to go out and do 20 miles a day. You don't have to climb a mountain or cross a river to go out and enjoy the outdoors. Compared to camping in a state park where you're surrounded by hundreds of other people, this is just a totally different experience. It's relaxing, it's amazing, it's some of the best time that you will have out exploring nature. So I just want to say, don't be afraid. You know, you can come out here. There are so many local options. Literally, I didn't know this area existed until about a week ago. This is about an hour away from my house, and I'm sure if you're within Pennsylvania, you can find something probably even closer than this. So do your research. You don't have to do 20 miles a day. You can literally hike in a mile, pretty much camp right along a creek side or an old hemlock forest. You know, obey the rules, obey the laws, leave no trace, and you're backpacking. So yeah, I think everybody should try this at least once. Your bag doesn't have to weigh 50 pounds. You could come out and do a 1 mile trail, have a 10-pound bag. I mean, that's all I really have to say, but hopefully this encourages someone out there to try backpacking at least once. So, all right, that's all. Curious if I have any ticks hiding on me.
Get back to the car.
All right, well, Dave and I have made it up yet another heart attack hill here. We've nearly made it to the top, but as Dave just said, I think we have about half a mile, if that, to get back to the truck. So I think I'm gonna wrap this video up. Thank you for all you folks checking these videos out on a weekly basis. If you haven't already, check out Dave's channel, Day Hike Dave. What do you think of the trail?
One of the best we've been on.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Very hidden gem, like I said,
Yeah.
probably a million times by now. I mean, what was your favorite part? Probably the campsite?
I think Yeah,
Other than that.
Billigan's Island.
Billigan's Island.
Billigan's Island. I just like the rainforest type look
Yeah.
that it had. The tall trees
The
and
moss, the ferns.
everything looked very healthy.
Yeah. Yep. All the hemlock that we've seen look to be in good condition.
Yeah.
But definitely, if you're ever in this area, check this out. Even if you want to do a quick little day hike through here, you could do a 2-mile backpacking trip if you wanted to. But yeah, the options are pretty much endless. But this is just Forbes State Forest for you. And yeah, I think we're gonna wrap things up here. Like I said, check out Day Hike Dave, and this will be the last video you see from me in Pennsylvania for like 2 months. So the next time you'll see me will most likely be in Indiana, unless things change. So I'll see you in Indiana next week. All right, see you guys, and thanks for tuning in.